Hey people, it's VideoGameStupid. This is actually my third time recording this reflection recap video, and I'm just gonna tell you, I'm exhausted. I am still exhausted. Like, PAX East and Anime Boston, it just took a lot out of me. It was a fun event, a fun weekend of both events at Boston, but it just took a lot out of me. I'm just exhausted now. ExhausticCon 2012. And I'm gonna pretty much explain why I call it that. Not just because there was two events going at the same time, but a lot of other things in between that just kind of made it exhausting. Well, anyway, of course, you know, I went to PAX East, Anime Boston. You've already seen the footage by now, hopefully, and you're watching it. You're watching this recap video now, or you're not watching it for the actual recap or the pictures. You're still watching it. But yeah, Thursday night I was supposed to go to Boston, head over to Boston. My mom was supposed to drive me to Boston so I could get there, go to the hotel room, you know, see everybody and stuff, and then just like sleep there. But she said she was too tired to take me there, so I had to go in the morning, about 5 o'clock in the morning. So, you know, I realized at that point that I hadn't bothered packing yet, but that was like around 12 o'clock. So, you know, I sat there packing, getting all my cosplays together, charging all my electronics, you know, doing all that stuff. By the time I finished, it was like 3 o'clock in the morning, so I only had like, you know, I had to wake up like around 4:30 to like get ready and stuff, so that pretty much gave me only like less than 2 hours of sleep, which is not good for a convention at all. Not good during a convention, not good before a convention. And, you know, we wake up, we get to Boston around 8 o'clock. My buddy OddCL, who I've been talking to a lot on the forums, we met a few times and stuff, and like talked about Resident Evil a lot. We both love Resident Evil very much, and he was actually going to do a skit for the Masquerade at Anime Boston, but they didn't accept our skit, and it was a Resident Evil themed skit. I was going to be Nemesis. He actually had a Nemesis costume on. He had a Nemesis costume that he made. I was going to wear a Nemesis outfit and be Nemesis and be like, it was supposed to be like a dance contest, I guess. Like, he's William Burke and I'm Nemesis, supposed to dance off as he was the best BOW at dancing. And then the place blows up because Wesker presses a button and the place blows up. But Anime Boss didn't like it, so they didn't, like, put it up. So, you know, he still brought the costume. He brought a bunch of costumes, but he also brought the Nemesis outfit so I could wear that on throughout the convention, which was really nice of him, by the way. I really appreciate that, because not many people would be willing to do that for somebody they barely know, you know. It's like, I don't know. I wouldn't let a lot of people wear my Thriller or Beat It jacket, but that's just me. But no, I'd probably let him wear it on though, because he's let me wear his Nemesis outfit, and if we ever meet again, you know, I'd probably let him wear on the Thriller jacket throughout the convention or the Beat It jacket throughout the convention, because he's a cool dude. But yeah, I get there, I call him up, and I was like, hey, can you come downstairs and meet me so I can go get my key? And, you know, he met me downstairs about 10 minutes later, and he tells me that there's only 3 keys available. He has one of them, the hotel room master has another one, and another person in the room has the other key. So, basically, I didn't have a key card of my own to get into the hotel room, which kind of was a major inconvenience for me, basically. Like, I couldn't, like, whenever I wanted to get on my cosplay, I couldn't, like, just go into the hotel room. I had to call somebody up in order to open the door, or if somebody happened to be there, I'd just be able to knock on it. But most times there wasn't anybody in the room, because, you know, it's a convention. Why would you be in the hotel room in the first place? But yeah, it did suck. He also told me that some weird things happened Thursday night, like some dude took his clothes off and teabagged some other dude, and it was a weird night. Yeah, I'm pretty much glad I didn't, like, sleep over at the hotel Thursday night then. That was very strange indeed. Very strange. But I put on Nemesis outfit. He put on William Birkin costume with the G-Virus arm and the giant eyeball. And, you know, the Nemesis costume, it was interesting. It was pretty good. The mask was awesome. The mask, well, it was awesome looking, but it was also very, very uncomfortable to wear. Like, it just didn't, my head's too big. It didn't fit my large head. Like, I tried putting it around my head, I couldn't wear it on my glasses. I had to take them off because it was just blinding and stuff. And the actual, like, suit, suit that Nemesis wears on, it was pretty cool. It was almost like emo gear or something. It was pretty, it looked really intricate and nice. It was very, very small though, but it worked because I'm very skinny myself, so I was like a skinny Nemesis, which is kind of cool, I guess. So he went to his car to go get some of his cosplay stuff, and actually, what did we do? Oh yeah, we went to go to his car, deliver it to another parking lot, to another parking garage where it was cheaper, and then take his cosplay stuff out of the car and bring it to the hotel room. That's pretty interesting. We were like walking around the city, basically me being Nemesis, walk out to people going, stars, randomly. Whatever it was, like a Congo or just a normal person, I'd do that. And, you know, they got a hit out of both of us. He was William Birkin asking for Sherry and stuff and trying to, like, touch him with his disgusting G-Virus arm. It was really funny. Like, just walking around the city, like, freaking people out and stuff. So then, you know, we go to Dunkin' Donuts after that. We go and eat there. And then we see Mr. T. We take a picture with him. And then, you know, we're sitting eating at Dunkin' Donuts. And I got a donut. I only got one donut and stuff. That's all I ate, basically. That's all I ate throughout the whole entire day Friday. Like, a donut and a burrito earlier that day. That's all I ate. I didn't eat anything else. Because, when I go to conventions, I don't really eat that much. I don't really need to eat, necessarily. I just walk around and just, like, the energy of the convention keeps me from needing to eat. I feed off the energy of the convention. That's what VideoGameStupid does. Yeah, so then after that, with the cosplay deathmatch, I took off the Nemesis outfit. Went to... Actually, I still had it on at that point. I went to cosplay deathmatch, watched that. And the best part about that, I don't care if you agree with me or not, the best part of cosplay deathmatch was when Iori Yagami appeared. When Iori Yagami appeared, I almost want to take my underwear off and just throw it because it was that amazing. Like Iori Yagami, like King of Fighters. Do you see my hair here? Fatal Fury. That's a part of the King of Fighters series. I'm a huge King of Fighters fan. You know, you see all the Street Fighter cosplay, you see all the Resident Evil, One Piece, Bleach, Naruto, all that stuff, Rurouni Kenshin, all that good stuff. You know, it's all cool and all. It's cool seeing those cosplays, but there's no love for King of Fighters. There's literally no love for King of Fighters. So the fact that I saw a Iori Yagami and cosplay deathmatch of all things, that just made me go, wow, I wanted him to win so badly. But he lost to the other opponent. I don't even remember who it was. But he lost, and I was just like, oh. And I met him at the end of the show, after the show. I'm like, oh, Iori Yagami, I need your picture. You should have won, man. You definitely should have won. And he's just, it was just awesome to actually meet Iori Yagami, even though he's a fictional character. I actually felt like I was actually meeting Iori Yagami. Like, I was just enthralled. Like, I almost have to expect him to go, Shankyo! And shoot out purple flames and stuff. But yeah, cosplay deathmatch, it was pretty fun. It was a lot of fun. It wasn't as good as the Kineticon one because a lot of the attacks they did were like, I guess they had like they couldn't actually like hit each other. We're not supposed to hit each other anyway, but they couldn't like I don't know. It wasn't as good, and the crowd wasn't as like loud as Kineticon's deathmatch, but it was still pretty good for the first year. I liked it. And then I think I went over to the Resident Evil photo shoot. I put on my Thriller jacket at that point, and I went to the photo shoot. Although I had ripped jeans. I had like a ripped pair of jeans on for some reason. I think I was too lazy to put on the red pants. It was kind of a dumb idea, but yeah, ripped jeans and a Thriller jacket and my wig. So I went to the Resident Evil photo shoot, and I sat there taking pictures. My buddy Oddciel, he was William Birkin still, and he was there, and took pictures of the group, took pictures of them, took pictures of Nemesis, a much better looking Nemesis than me. He actually had the build to be Nemesis and stuff, and I think his mask actually fit over his head because his head wasn't extremely huge like mine. But it was cool. And then all of a sudden, out of random, like someone's like, "Hey, Michael Jackson, why don't you do the Thriller pose?" And all the Resident Evil characters do the Thriller pose. And I'm like, "Okay, awesome." So all of us did the Thriller pose, and it was pretty sweet. And I wasn't expecting that. I just wanted to take pictures and stuff and take video footage, but got to actually be part of the photo shoot. It was nice. It was definitely a nice surprise right there. And after the photo shoot, went back to the hotel room, changed the Nemesis outfit, then headed over to PAX East. Finally, it was about like 4 o'clock at this point. I headed over by taxi, and I'm just sitting there walking around in my Nemesis outfit, and at this point, the Nemesis mask was not agreeing with me. It was not agreeing with my head, it wasn't agreeing with my face, and it certainly wasn't agreeing with my eyes. Like, the mask, the eye holes were be right here on my face. My eyes are right here. That did not help at all. So basically the mask, I'd be moving ever so slightly, all of a sudden the mask would be like, ah! And I'd be like walking around blind, couldn't see anything, and where am I going? I'd be grabbing around. I think at one point I accidentally grabbed somebody's boob. I'm sorry about that, but I was walking around blind. I couldn't see what I was grabbing at. So sorry about that in advance. And I had to adjust the mask several times throughout the day when I was at PAX. Like, I have to go sit down, take the mask off, put the mask back on, and at one point I take off my glasses completely, and I was like, you know, pretty much, I'm blind without my glasses. I can't even see the lettering. I can't even see how much time's left on the camera that's right in front of me. So I pretty much sucked. I'm walking around blind, and I didn't really want to take my camera out and record stuff with the mask on because there's always that chance that, like, you know, I might drop the camera or something, or I don't know. I just couldn't see anything. I could not see crap. So I head over to Swoozy's Newegg booth where he's playing Street Fighter 4. And, you know, I didn't actually face him, but, you know, I talked to him for a bit, and I took a picture with the Nemesis suit on, and we did a little pose. It was pretty cool. And then, let's see what else happened. Played some Resident Evil Orc, played Devil May Cry. Well, actually, no, I didn't. Yeah, I did. I played Devil May Cry 3 HD. Looks really, really nice. Very nice. Played some Double Dragon, Neon. I think I, like, walked around a bit more. Just played some classic gaming console games, and just walked around the convention center. And then finally I was going to head back to the Anime Boston because the Expo Hall was closing. So I'm like, alright, let's go take the shuttle. But right where the shuttle was, where the exit was to the shuttle, to the outside, there's a Dance Central 2 booth. And then I sat there for a while in my Nemesis outfit, watching the people dance. And then I kind of started thinking, maybe I should go up there. And then this happened. This right here, this little link right here happened, and I am not embarrassed about it. I am not sorry it happened. You know what? If you can't make a fool of yourself at a convention where there are a bunch of other nerds, then how are you supposed to fare in real life? You know, what happens if you make a fool of yourself in real life? Are you just gonna like be like, I'm in my room forever? I can't look at the world. No, you know what? I'm okay that, you know, whatever happened. You know, I couldn't see out of the mask when I was actually up there. I couldn't see what was going on because the mask wasn't agreeing with my head, and it didn't fit my head, and it kept slipping, and it was sweaty. I'm making up a bunch of, I know it sounds like I'm making up a bunch of excuses, but, you know, that's exactly what happened. You know, the mask didn't fit over my head. It wasn't made for my head. It was made for, like, the person who originally made it. Which is kind of the problem with other people's cosplays, because usually it won't actually fit you. I mean, you probably like wearing it on, but it's not going to fit you as well as it would fit the person who made it for themselves. So, yeah. Anyway, that happened. And then, you know, I'm just figuring, like, you know what? Let's just leave. Let's just finally get out of here. But yeah, it was cool though, because people like walked up to me and stuff, was still wanting to get a picture with me. People were still freaked out, still wanted to get a picture with me and stuff. It wasn't like, you know, ah! It was like, you know, people still wanted to, like, you know, get a picture with Nemesis, with the big Nemesis, you know, well, the skinny Nemesis, but still. So I finally took the shuttle back. The bus driver, for some reason, stopped in the middle of the highway, ran to somewhere for like 5 minutes and left us there in the middle of the highway, just parked there, where other cars couldn't actually get through. And then he came back and then finally started moving the bus again. It was the most random thing ever. It was so weird. I didn't understand why he did it. I just don't know. So I went back to Anime Boston. Let's see, what did I do there? Not much really. Like, I think I just hung out for a bit. Just hung out. I went to the FAKU panel, or the Eroge, E-R-O-G-E, Eroge, however you say it, pronounce it. I went there, and the guy was talking about how he started a faku.net.com website for hentai and stuff, and like, how he was searching up hentai one day, and he was like, that should be a good website for hentai. And it was pretty interesting. He was talking about all the Eroge games he played. Maybe one day I'll play one of them, do a let's play of them. Not making any promises though. Not making any promises, but maybe one day it'll happen. And, you know, just walking around a bit some more. I didn't go to the raid Friday because I just didn't really feel like going. I was exhausted. Like, you know, I stayed up the whole entire, like an hour's worth of sleep Thursday, and then, you know, it's like, been up all day, wearing on cosplays most of the day, sweating in them, almost dehydrating in them sometimes, not eating enough. I just didn't really feel like going to the rave. I didn't feel like going to the rave all weekend. I didn't go to the rave the whole entire weekend, but I heard some crazy shit went down. Like, people were convulsing, and somebody was spewing out some kind of liquid or something, and somebody passed out, and somebody else, like, got punched in the face when they walked into the rave, to the dance room. Did I say the R word? I meant to say dance. That's what I said. Dance. Yes. Don't want to get blocked. Don't want to get freaking modded or anything. That would suck. Even on YouTube, you could probably get modded by Anime Boston. But anyway, yeah. So it was pretty cool. It's like, well, no, it wasn't really cool. I didn't go to the dance. But then I went to sleep. I went back to the hotel room, and Odd CO was there, and he was all like hiding in the corner trying to get to sleep. But the other roommates were being crazy again. Like 2 of them were in their underwear and like rolling over each other, and it was really odd. It was a very long time till I actually got to sleep that night. Like it was like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning before I actually decided, okay, I think it's safe to go to bed now. I basically just slept on the floor, had my jacket on over me, and just laid on the floor with no pillow, no cover, no anything. Just laid there, hidden behind the table and the chairs, because it was safe behind the table and chairs. Always hide behind the table and chairs when you're trying to sleep in a hotel room. The next morning, I had to go in for check-in for, believe it or not, cosplay chess. Yeah, I actually had entered into cosplay chess as Michael Jackson Thriller and beat it, and they chose the Thriller outfit. Crazy enough, and I was on Team Evil. I was supposed to be a special attack from Rocky, and basically I come out, do the Thriller dance, summon a bunch of zombies, and we all attacked Archer from Fate's Day Night, or Fate's Day Dreams Night, however you pronounce it. I don't watch the show, so I don't know. Don't quote me on it though. But yeah, I had to go in for check-in for that early in the morning. Went there and basically just told us everything that was going on, all the pieces that were going to be there. It was pretty cool. You know, it's like I've only been going to conventions for like a year now, but I got to be in cosplay chess, and I'm already able to get in cosplay chess at Anime Boston, which is like a pretty big event. So it was a lot of no pressure, basically, no pressure at all. Oh, really? There was a lot of pressure, but I was able to get over it throughout the week, and after embarrassing myself at PAX the day earlier on Friday as Nemesis, you know, the nervousness kind of like, you know, went away after that. Like, that's why I'm glad I embarrassed myself as Nemesis, because I wasn't as nervous anymore about doing cosplay chess and doing the Thriller dance, and it just felt better. Then after the briefing, briefing of cosplay chess on Saturday morning, I headed over to PAX. And, you know, hung out there for a bit, played some more games. I didn't play any big games, though, because I didn't feel like waiting in line for, like, 2 hours to play a 15-minute demo of Borderlands 2 or Max Payne 3. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like Borderlands and all, but no, I'm not going to wait in line for that. No way. You know, it's like the thing, here's the thing about Anime Boston and PAX. You have a choice of either waiting in line for 2 hours, like I just said, for, you know, whatever game you're willing to wait for, or playing Dance Central with a PYT wearing a female Mario outfit. Which one sounds like the more fun one? Exactly. So yeah, that was pretty much my opinion of the weekend. Which is why there's not a lot of footage of PAX, but yeah. And we're gonna get into why there's no Friday footage of Anime Boston either very shortly. I was hanging out at PAX for a bit, and guess who I saw? Guess who I fucking saw walking down the hallway? Rugal fucking Bernstein. This guy right here. You see this guy right here? This is Rugal Bernstein. He is from King of Fighters. He is like one of the first actual bosses of the whole entire series. He is one of the first SNK boss syndrome characters. He is the guy that does the genocide kata and the Kaiser wave and spams it all game long. He was there. I saw him. I walk down the hallway. I see this guy in red. He has blonde hair like this, and he has a mustache. I'm like, are you Rugal Bernstein? He's like, yes, I am. I need your picture! I just went crazy. I went freaking wild. Like, you know, it's like when people see their favorite anime cosplayers and they see, like, you know, someone from Black Butler, Sebastian from Black Butler, and they go all crazy. That's exactly how I was, because King of Fighters is like my favorite series, favorite fighting game series. Like, you know, I love Street Fighter, but I love King of Fighters a lot better. It doesn't get enough love, and to see an actual, like, someone actually do Rugal Bernstein cosplay, it was amazing. It just really, it hit me like just a ton of bricks. It was amazing. And I just want to take his picture, and it really makes me want to, like, you know, actually maybe do something King of Fighters related in the future. I don't know. I might actually do some King of Fighters cosplay of my own next time. But yeah, I saw Rugal Bernstein and I hung out at PAX for a little bit, for a while, for like at least 2 or 3 hours, like about 3 or 4 hours I hung out there. I didn't get to face Swoozy though, like, by the time I went to his booth area, he had like pretty much shut down the Street Fighter 4 thing, PlayStation thing area, and he's just talking to people there, and I was just like, oh dang, that sucks. Oh, I guess I'll face him Sunday. So then, you know, I just go and like head over to Anime Boston again, back to the shop at Anime Boston. This time the driver didn't stop in the middle of the highway, which was good. And you know, I'm in Anime Boston. Actually, no, I forgot about that. Alright, here's what happened. Right before I left PAX, right before I left for the shuttle, Mr. T was there. He was there at some place talking to somebody about some items, about buying something from a vendor or something, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, Mr. T, he had a giant golden bazooka on his shoulder, like a giant golden bazooka. I was like, oh, Mr. T, I need your picture. So then I took a picture of him, and as I was walking away, he's like, wait, Michael, come back! I want a picture of you, man! Because I was wearing on my friller. Actually, I think I was wearing either my friller or my beat-it jacket. I don't remember. I was wearing one of the 2 outfits. So, you know, I had on my bag, which is over my neck like this. This is my camera bag, by the way. This isn't a fanny pack. This is a fucking camera bag. Don't get it confused. And I was like this. So I said, alright, let's take it off. Put it down somewhere. I'm gonna go take a picture. And I took a picture of he got somebody to take hold his camera. He got somebody to hold his camera and take a picture of us both. But then soon after, a swarm of people came and they wanted pictures of both of us. So we're like, you know, sitting there for like about a few minutes just posing and doing different poses and stuff and taking pictures for people. And then, you know, I kind of throughout the excitement of taking pictures of Mr. T, I kind of forgot about my bag, my camera bag. And I was like, I had my camera with me. I had my camera with me still, though. I had my camera in my hand like this, and it was slung around my neck because it has a strap on it. But my actual bag was still where I left it. So I'm like, oh, so good. Ran back to the area where it was at. Go and check for it. Guess what was in that bag before? A 32GB SD card. Guess what was in this 32GB SD card? All the Anime Boston footage from Friday and from most of Sunday. For most of Saturday. All gone. Someone had taken it. Someone had apparently stolen the card. They left the lens in there. They left the camera lens in there. They left this little black thing in there. But the SD card was gone. And I have to stop it now because it's giving me that little warning thing. So that basically means all the footage was gone. I don't know where it is. Somebody apparently has it. So I'm probably never going to be able to see it again. Nope. None of the viewers will be able to see what the cosplay deathmatch looked like from my view. Hopefully somebody will upload it so I can actually see what it looked like. And I don't know, all later stuff, the Resident Evil photo shoot. I took a bunch of video of that. That's gone. I saw a Jack cosplayer from Power Stone, which was pretty rare to see Power Stone cosplayers, but that's gone as well. Oogie Boogie's gone. Haruhi's butt's gone. Everything's gone. It's just gone. It sucks. But yeah, I still, despite that happening, I still had to, you know, persevere, get through the weekend, and just, you know, get all the footage I could get, try to enjoy myself, and, you know, still be able to make it to cosplay chess and do what I had to do. So yeah, basically go there. I went back to Anime Boston, head over to the Masquerade, and the line was really long, but luckily I got there in time. And there was a Link cosplayer with his little group, and we were sitting there just playing. Name that anime character. Now, anybody who was passing by, you had to name that character from whatever show they are from, and that's a pretty fun game. I've never actually played it before. Got to take some footage of that. I got to take some pictures, and so it was all good fun. You know, just waiting in line for the Masquerade. Finally get to the Masquerade, and it was a pretty nice show. I definitely enjoyed it a lot more than the one from last year. Like, there were more skits, and there were better skits as well, I think. well, not to say none of the skits last year were bad or anything, but the show just seemed generally better than last year. Although my seats were also better than last year's too, so that might have actually helped. But yeah, my favorite skit though was the one with Sexy Kakashi. That was awesome. That was kick-ass. I was just like, this is the best thing in the world. This is amazing. This is epic. It was truly amazing. Sexy Kakashi for the win. Also, the other one I really love was the MMORPG one, where it was like Sango, Alphonse, and I don't know who the other character was with the red top on and that cowboy hat, but there was the dude from Trigun, the dude with the blue hair. I think his name is Knives or something. I can't remember his name. It was Knives, I think it was, and that skit was awesome. Riku comes out, he's all like, "Ooh!" Drops his sword. Alphonse hits a hammer, bam, bam, hits him with the hammer. He just falls on. He's like, "Oh, oh." Yeah, that whole skit was just, it was so out there, but it was just so awesome. Like, they had so many references to like so much stuff, and it was just all flying at you. It was great. It was definitely a great skit. Whole entire Masquerade was great. Whole entire Masquerade was awesome. But yeah, and after the Masquerade, I walked around for a bit more. I actually ran into somebody who apparently remembered me from another anime convention 2011 from last year. Like, she was cosplaying as kind of like a combination of Rykov from Metal Gear Solid 3 and Prusia from Hetalia, but I accidentally called her Germany from Hetalia instead because I thought she was Germany. But you know what? She didn't get mad at me when I said Germany. She was just like, I actually don't really follow the show that well, but I'm just actually Prusia and a combination of Prusia and Rykov. And I'm like, oh, cool! And she was a Metal Gear Solid fan and a Hetalia fan too. And she didn't get mad at me like most cosplayers. Because most cosplayers, when you go to conventions, like, if you say, like, call them the wrong character name or they're from the wrong show, they get all mad at you and stuff, and they're like, I don't want to speak to you again! Yeah! And it's like, yeah, it's like the most BS ever. Like, I've had people say that, like, when I'm wearing on a Thriller jacket or the Beat It jacket, they'll call it my Thriller jacket the Beat It outfit, or they'll call my Beat It jacket the Thriller outfit, but I don't get all pissed off at them and, like, all defensive and stuff. Then again, I don't make my own cosplays either, so I don't know. But she didn't get all mad at me. She was pretty cool about it. And, apparently she remembered me because there was a conga line going on at another anime convention last year, and I was a part of it, and she was actually holding on to my shoulders from behind. And I was thinking, and then when she said that, I was like, oh, I remember that! But now when I think about it, I'm like, wait a minute, how would I remember that? She was behind me holding on to my shoulders. That was a really dumb thing to say. That I said. That I actually remember that. How am I supposed to remember that? Unless I look back, and I usually don't look back when I'm doing a conga line. I just go with it, look forward, and just go over and go like this. I never do a conga line at a dance, at a convention. And, we were talking for a bit. We walked around, like, the convention center, the third floor of the convention center. Actually, no, the second floor of the convention center, like, at least 3 or 4 times, just talking about Metal Gear Solid, Rykov, Bishonins, a bunch of other stuff. It was pretty cool. If you ever want to, like, try contact information or anything, just let me know and stuff, because, you're pretty cool and stuff, and, yeah. You're a fan of Metal Gear Solid. Not many people, well, a lot of people are and stuff, but you're a cool Metal Gear Solid fan. You're a very awesome Metal Gear Solid fan. So if you want to try do Xbox Live or something, maybe do a co-commentary on something one day, because I do Let's Plays, I'd definitely be down for that. Miss Rykov / Prukov? Yeah, Prukov. Let's just say Prukov. But yeah, then after that, I was just like, I was exhausted. I was so tired. I was just like walking around and just going like this. Exhausticon. It was hitting me so badly because I only got like 2 hours of sleep Thursday, and then like only like 3 or 4 hours of sleep on Friday. And now it's Saturday, about 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock in the morning. I went to like a random screening of Vampire Bund, some anime about a vampire lowly girl and some guy who's a werewolf. I didn't really pay attention. Like, I was watching the first episode, I started falling asleep during that. And the second episode, I pretty much fell asleep throughout the whole episode of that. I was just sitting there asleep in my chair like this. Third episode, I was falling asleep. And then finally, 4th episode, I was just like, alright, I'm just gonna leave. So I left, went to the Yuri panel. The Yuri panel was awesome. Like, I walked in there, and then girls were like sitting there playing the Pocky game and kissing each other, and it was like they were talking about lesbians and awesome lesbian animes, like Yuri animes, and a bunch of other stuff. And then eventually you got to the point where we're just looking up boobs and stuff on Google at the panel. That's what the people were doing. It was a very, very awesome panel. I loved it. It wasn't like a usual panel. It was very different. Of course, it was an 18+ panel, and it was very. That's all I gotta say. It was awesome. I enjoyed it very much. They better have it next year. Because it was informative and informed me of things I did not know about. Like, really, I did not know a lot of things, but now I know so much. And some of the footage should be on the video, so if you want to be informed, then I guess just watch it, I guess, or something, I don't know. But yeah, I left that panel, go into the hotel room, and it's still, there's nobody in there. So I just walk around for a bit more, go to the game room, fell asleep in there some more. I fell asleep watching somebody play Super Smash Brothers and stuff, and then eventually I just left, walked around a bit some more, and I don't know what else I did. I was so tired, I don't know what happened. Eventually I make it to the hotel room, and then Odd CL's there. And one of the other roommates is there as well, but everybody else is at the dance, and it's like, apparently the cops actually came into our room and told us that if we were allowed any more, that we were going to get kicked out. Which is ridiculous, because I had nothing to do with it. You know, people in the room were being loud and stuff, but now we're going to get kicked out for loud anymore? It was a complete bullshit. And so, like, you know, I'm just about to go to sleep and stuff because, you know, cosplay chess is supposed to be like Sunday morning, the very next morning, but then Odd CL's like, oh, hey, why don't you go and edit your footage right now and stuff, and then just, like, you know, edit it so that, you know, it'll be done before you leave the convention. I'm like, alright, sure. So, of course he has a Mac with him, a Mac laptop. I don't know anything about Mac laptops. I'm a Windows man myself, but had to learn how to use a Mac, Final Cut Pro. Very confusing. Very, very, very confusing. And I'm just sitting there trying to use it. Struggling to use it. I was definitely struggling to use that. And by the time I finished, it was like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. And by that time, the roommates had already returned from the dance and stuff by then, but they were being so loud that, like, well, they weren't being that loud. Honestly, they were being quiet loud, but apparently they were being loud enough to disturb Odd CL from his sleep. So he got really pissed and decided that he was just going to take all of his cosplays, all of his suitcase, all of his luggage, everything that he had with him, take it up to his car that's like 10 minutes away walking, drag it all to his car on a cart thing at 5 o'clock in the morning in the city of Boston by himself. And I'm just like, are you crazy? And he's like, maybe, but I just want to get out of here. I just want to leave, man. I'm like, fine, but I couldn't even tell him why I couldn't go with him. I wanted to go with him so badly. I wanted to make sure he was going to be okay, but I could not go with him because, you know, if I had left the room, I didn't have a card key, and all the other card keys had gone invalid, except for the hotel room master's card key. And I'm pretty sure she wouldn't have let me use it anyway. So if I pretty much, and everyone was asleep by this time, everyone was conveniently asleep even though they were being loud like 20 minutes ago or 30 minutes ago, which is BS. And so I couldn't even use a key card, and I didn't want to leave the door unlocked either because that might, I don't know, cause some problems. So I had to let Odd CL go on his own. But he did make it though. He texted me that he made it, and he was waiting in the hotel lobby for, you know, to start doing for the convention center to open up again. And basically I just went to sleep around 5 o'clock in the morning, 5:30, 5 o'clock, and the cosplay chess was only 4 hours away. It's so awesome. It's like, you know, didn't have much sleep all weekend. Now cosplay chess is here. If I wasn't already nervous now, I was more nervous than ever. Like, you don't know how nervous I was. Like, you know, cosplay chess is gonna be here soon. I don't have enough sleep. Oh, man. I was just really, really nervous. Wake up around like 8:30. Let the alarm snooze, I guess, and then I woke up like around like 8:45, 8:50. But one of the girls was in the shower in the hotel room, and she was taking forever. So I said, "Fuck it, I'm just gonna take my bags, take my suitcase, take my luggage, bring it all to check-in, get my cosplay on, head straight down to cosplay chess area. By the time I left, it was like 9:15, so I had to go into the car. I had to go into check-in, check my bags in. Went down to cosplay chess area, and as I was going down there, I got stopped so many times. You don't even. Oh my goodness, I got stopped so many times. Like people were like, "Hey, MJ, I need a picture." Like I'd sit there, put my bag down, put my camera bag down, and my actual sack bag down, do a pose, take the picture, get all the stuff back up, and then 2 seconds later, somebody else wanted a picture. It's like I might as well have been Cadillac from Queensburg running around in my underwear or something. That many people wanted pictures of me and stuff. It was crazy, really crazy. It was awesome, but I also had a schedule. I had a schedule to attend to. Cosplay chess. I had to be there at 9:30. And I did promise somebody that I would. There's one person wanted me to do the thriller dance for them, but I said I couldn't. I couldn't actually do it because I had to make it to cosplay chess in time. It was like about 9. It was already 9:30 at this point. I didn't want to be any more late. So I'm sorry I wasn't able to fulfill the obligation. I wasn't able to fulfill the thing and stuff. I didn't see you after the show. I didn't see you again after any point in time and stuff. I'm sorry I wasn't able to do it and stuff, but I didn't make it to cosplay chess. But yeah, just walked around. I just went there, finally made it there, sat in the back. And it's very interesting how they do it too in the back. Like they have like about 5 or 6, 7 or 8 rows of chairs, and each row is like dedicated to like a certain type of character piece on the board. Like evil, like there's like evil team and a good team, and then they have the kings. They have the evil kings on one row, evil kings and queens on one row, and the good kings and queens on another row. They have the evil pawns on one row and the good pawns on another row. And then they have like the evil special attacks, which I was for Meraki. I was the evil special attack in one row, and then the good special attacks in another row. So they're all pretty much organized for special attacks. And on the 6th, Deadpool, the same Deadpool was wearing on the dress and nipples and a Mickey Mouse hat. He was awesome. He was definitely funny. He was awesome, dude. I'm just sitting there talking and chatting about stuff now. Cosplay chess worked. And, eventually people started storming into the building, storming into the actual cosplay chess room to watch the show. And they're like, alright guys, go out there and entertain the crowds. So we all just ran out there and just started dancing. Like, we just ran out there dancing. And as soon as I started doing that, all the fear, all the nervousness that I had before, I pretty much dissipated. It was all gone. Like, I didn't feel nervous anymore. I didn't feel like, scared of being up there on stage or doing whatever and stuff. I felt like I was having a great time. I really did. And just sitting there dancing and stuff and entertaining the crowd. It's a lot of fun. It was definitely a lot of fun. It's very different being on the other side too, because just seeing people filling in and stuff, and then when you actually look at the chessboard from the backstage area, we actually look at the actual stage. It looks a lot smaller there for some reason. Like, it looks so big and huge when you're watching it from the audience, but when you're looking at backstage, it looks really small. I guess that's the whole entire thing of like, the difference between being a fan and being actually in the business of doing whatever you're doing. It just seemed that way, It was very awesome to like go out there. Rocky summoned me, did the freelance. I went a little bit early because I heard the music, and then I just kind of walked out there, and then we started cheering. But then Rocky's like, no, you're supposed to wait for my snap first. So I'm like, oh shoot, go backwards, go back a little, wait for Rocky to do the snap, and then I went out there, did the frilly dance. All the zombies were behind me doing the frilly dance as well. And then we attacked Archer and ate him. And then we got shot down by the guy with the machine gun. It was a great show. I loved it. It was awesome. It was definitely a lot of fun. Then at the end of the show, I guess Deadpool. No, not Deadpool. He was in this. He was with Team Sick Gas. Mephisto was like, "All right, let's go attack Genova. She's trying to take over the world." So we just all followed Mephisto, went out there, they all beat down Genova, and then I guess everybody won. Team Evil won, but I guess everybody. I don't really understand what happened. I have to watch Anime Boston Cosplay Chess 2012 myself to actually understand what happened, because I was backstage. I wasn't actually paying attention to what was going on that well. None of us were really. I was just wondering what the hell was going on, basically, throughout the whole entire time. And then it's like, you know, let's see. I got out of cosplay chess, and a lot of people were like, you know, complimenting me and stuff and congratulating me. It was a nice feeling being congratulated. There was this one man with his daughter, and he didn't speak English very well, but he was talking about how, like, you know, he used to love watching the actual Michael Jackson and stuff, and then he enjoyed seeing my performance as well, and it meant the world to me, you know? It really meant the world to me to hear that from somebody, you know? Because usually, you know, you're always expecting somebody to make some kind of cynical comment or something, or some kind of snide comment, but, you know, there was a lot of people really enjoyed it and stuff. A lot of people actually liked it. They liked the whole entire cosplay chess, they liked the performance I did, they liked the end, some people actually liked the Team Evil winning, which I thought was cool anyway, because Team Good is always winning, and it's just like, Team Good. Team Evil needs to win for once. Team Evil! It's just weird because it's blue for Team Good on my card, but I'm not complaining. But yeah, so, you know, it all felt good and happy, but then one terrible thing happened. I go back to the back check-in, I find my cell phone to actually call my mom to see what the transportation situation was going to be. And I couldn't find my cell phone. And the first thing I'm thinking of is, it must be back in the hotel room. So I call Lost and Found. They asked someone to check the hotel room. They couldn't find it. So I go to bag check-in, check the bags. They couldn't find the phone either. Or I couldn't find the phone in there. So I'm just thinking to myself, okay, let me see if I can call security. So hotel management called security, went up to our room, the room I was staying at. He actually opened the door. Everything was already empty. Everybody had already evacuated the room by that point, because it was like past 12 o'clock, past noon. So then I go in there, I check every nook and cranny, cannot find my cell phone. And the first thing I'm thinking is, maybe one of the roommates stole it. Maybe one of the roommates has it on them. So I call my cell phone, no answer. So now I'm thinking, maybe they took it and they just freaking took it for the hell of it. Or stole it. You know, straight up stole my motherfucking cell phone. So I'm thinking, you know what, let me go see if I can find him in the convention center. This is pretty much a long, like, you know, just like a long shot, because trying to find, like, you know, 3 or 4 individuals that you're trying to look for in a convention, especially when, like, Anime Boston is really, 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 really difficult. Almost impossible, because there's just so many people running around. So I'm walking around the mall, and eventually I find 2 of the people that were staying in the room with us. They weren't there when I had left the hotel room. They had already left by that point, but they were still they still stayed at the hotel room that weekend regardless. So I asked if they knew her phone number, and one of them didn't know the hotel room master's phone number. So I called her up and I asked her if she saw his cell phone. She said no, she did not see it. I'm just starting to panic at this point. I'm really starting to panic because my cell phone's missing. I can't find it. I don't know where it is. I don't know my mom's phone number by heart. You know, I'm one of those people that, like, you know, has it, whenever my mom calls, it says mom on it. Or when my sister calls, it says my sister's name on it, who happens to live in Boston as well. But I didn't know her phone number, and she wasn't home at the time anyway, because she was over at my house, far away. So I was just nervous because, you know, I'm thinking to myself, where am I going to stay at? What am I going to do? Am I going to have to live off the streets or something? What am I going to do? Because I did not know what to do. I was scared. I was panicking. It was definitely not the feeling you want to have whenever you go to a convention. You don't want to have that feeling of, you know, how you're going to get home. You want to be able to know that you're going to be able to get home safely. Because it's just a horrible feeling, especially when you're in Boston. You don't want to be lost in Boston. No way in hell do you want to be lost in any part of Boston. Because, you know, it's not like being in a town or something. It's like a big city. And I'm walking around with a suitcase and, you know, a full jacket and a bag. So I'm just like, you know, I'm almost starting to snap at this point. I'm almost like starting to actually snap. Like, it was just that bad. So now I just go back, sit back down in the hotel lobby, and I'm thinking to myself, where could it be? And I'm thinking, you know, it's probably gone at this point. It's probably gone, lost forever. I'm not going to be able to get back home. And it was just a horrible feeling. But then I'm like, you know what? let's check the bag one more time. Let's check the bags one last time before I give up hope. So I checked the bags. Lo and behold, the cell phone was hidden underneath one of the freaking flaps of the bags. I don't have anything for example, but alright. Alright. Let's say this is like a bag of, this is like the flap of like a little carrying bag or something. It's at the very bottom of the bag. This is what it was like. This is where the cell phone was. Right underneath that, but it was like deep underneath it. Like it was like in the center of the bag. Because it was a really big bag and stuff. So it was basically underneath that. It fell out. I literally just started laughing with insane joy. Started face palming myself in the face right in the middle of the lobby place and stuff. Because I found my cell phone. I could get home safely now. I could call mom. Get home safely. Enjoy the rest of the convention. And all that good stuff. It just felt so great being able to not have to deal with all that stress of losing my cell phone and not knowing where to stay. It was a very scary experience. It was very scary. So I said, you know what? I haven't faced Swoozy at Street Fighter 4 yet. I want to go back to PAX. So I head back over to PAX via taxi. It's giving me that warning again. So I deposit for a second. So I head back over to PAX, and you know it's about 5:20, 5:15 at this point. And you know, Swoozy doesn't usually leave. I know it sounds really stalkerish and weird, but usually Swoozy doesn't leave his Newegg booth until like around 6 o'clock when the place actually closes. But this time he was gone early. He was not there at all, so I did not get to face Swoozy. Wasn't able to record another match of Musicality Sky of me facing off against Swoozy at Super Street Fighter 4, which sucked. Because I was really hoping to record that match too, record that rematch match. I was really hoping to make it 4 wins for me, 2 for him. But no, not today. It's gonna stay at 3-2. Yeah, it definitely sucked, but no, he left early. Played some Dance Central 2. Played some Super Smash Bros. With some other people in the classic game room again. And, you know, I just kind of left eventually, like, just left PAX forever. And then finally went back to the Heinz Convention Center. It was completely empty. There was nobody there. Nobody there except for Anime Boston security and some random people. And that was pretty much it. No cosplayers, no people with their little Anime Boston, not even a PAX badge running around. It was really sad. It was disheartening. Like, I almost wanted to cry. It was just that bad. Really just wanted to sit there and cry because there was like nobody there anymore. All the amazingness was gone. Had to wait a whole entire another year for the amazingness to happen. Eventually my sister picked me up and I eventually just went home. And I fell asleep immediately when I got home because I was so exhausted. Because I had like no sleep throughout the whole weekend. And even now, it's like Wednesday now. Wednesday, like 2 or 3 days after the convention, I'm still exhausted. I'm still tired as hell. Like, I can't shake it off. I'm just that tired. But anyway, now that the convention's over, the main point of actually going to both conventions was to compare the two. Now, I remember last year how, you know, last year during the Year of Conning video, I made that little video where I ranked all the conventions, and PAX East came in third or fourth place, and then Anime Boston came in last place simply because I did not enjoy the Anime Boston last year. You know, I actually kind of hated Anime Boston last year. I did not enjoy it one bit. Well, I'm not gonna say I enjoyed it, but not really to an extent. I disliked it more than I enjoyed it. Let's just say that. This year, though, this year is completely different. PAX East, my goodness, it just seemed. I don't know. It's hard to explain. I think it seemed I think it was way too commercial. Like it seemed way too much like a line con. You know, like a line convention where you're just waiting in line for stuff. Like nobody really wanted to socialize. Nobody wanted to hang out. Nobody wanted. There weren't a lot of cosplayers, but I think I can summarize that. The reason for that being is because Anime Boston was going on the same weekend, so most of the cosplayers and people just want to hang out and have fun. You know, without having to play that new video game, without having to play Borderlands 2 and waiting 2 hours in line for Borderlands 2. Most of those people were at Anime Boston, and the other people were who want to just, you know, have their caps backwards and play some Call of Duty or something, or, you know, just do this and that and play, waiting 2 hours in line for Borderlands 2 or Max Payne 3, they're at PAX. It's probably why I didn't enjoy PAX as much. Like, the atmosphere didn't feel as fun or as exciting as last year. Like, it felt more like a giant commercial. Like I was walking through a commercial, basically. I mean, I still enjoyed PAX, but not to the extent that I enjoyed it that of last year. Like, it wasn't as good last year for me. And then, like, Anime Boston, I definitely enjoyed it a hell of a lot more than last year. Like, it's basically been flipped. Like, Anime Boston was a fucking fun as hell, fucking fun ride, and then PAX East was just kind of like, well, it was alright. It was kind of fun, but it wasn't the best thing ever, you know. But yeah, I don't know. Never think that just because you go to a convention one year, it's going to be exactly the same the next year. Like, I don't think that should be the case. I don't think that usually is the case. Like, you know, conventions are always going to change. Your opinions are always going to change. Your thoughts and feelings about whatever is always going to change. Whether it's video games, anime, pop culture in general, sci-fi, webcomics, is always going to change, you know. It'll always change, and your perception of various media will always change, you know. It's always going to change. But yeah, I definitely enjoyed Anime Boston though. I enjoyed being in cosplay chess. I enjoyed watching cosplay deathmatch. The Masquerade was awesome. Being at the Resident Evil photo shoot was awesome. Even going to the Homestuck. I don't like Homestuck. I barely even know what it is. Like, what is it? Is it like a TV show, or is it just a webcomic? I don't know what Homestuck is, but even being at the photo shoot and like taking pictures and stuff, that was fun too. I definitely enjoyed that. That was a lot of fun. And I was doing a lot of stuff at Anime Boston. Even PAX was fun. The whole entire weekend was fun. It was just a nerd-rific weekend. But next year it's going to be separate again, which may be for the better. Maybe I didn't enjoy. I don't know. Maybe I just enjoyed Anime Boston so much because, you know, I don't know. It was pretty much split up. The city was split up. If you didn't go to both events, you only went to one event, basically. So, the people that didn't do both events, you just went to PAX or just went to Anime Boston, and that pretty much, you know, it just kind of makes the event, I guess. But I'm sure there are a lot of people who went to PAX and enjoyed the hell out of it. And I'm sure a lot of people went to Anime Boston, just to Anime Boston, and enjoyed the hell out of it as well. So, you know what, whatever. If you enjoyed it, that's awesome. If you didn't enjoy it, then, you know what, there's always next year. There's always next year. But now I'm going to talk about swag. All the free stuff I got or purchased myself. Now, for one, alright, let's see. The first item up is Rurouni Kenshin Viz Big Book Volume 4. With the actual volumes, 10 through 12. So it has some of the Shishio arc in there, some of the, you know, the burning of Kyoto, and Shishio is going crazy, and Sojiro is like all smiling and stuff, and he's creepy, but all the girls love him because he's like Bishonen-esque. Yeah, good stuff. I also got this for playing Kid Rising. Every time I've done a recording of this recap video, I always say Kid Rising. Kid Icarus Uprising. Kid Icarus Uprising. I got this AR augmented reality card for the 3DS, so I'm going to use this later. Hopefully it's going to be a lot of fun. I got this for playing another a Ghostbusters augmented reality game for the iPhone. Little Ghostbusters little plushy squeeze toy thing. I'm going to hang this up in my room somewhere. Probably next to the Mario. And probably next to Mario, and boom. Mario just fell. See, here's Mario. 8-bit Mario. Oh, they both fell now. Awesome. I'm just going to leave them there. Let's see, what else did I get? Got this Kid Icarus Uprising t-shirt for playing Kid Icarus Uprising for the 3DS. I didn't know what the hell was going on. I didn't know what I was doing in the game, but got this t-shirt anyway, so that was awesome. So I'm just going to be wearing this on. I got this t-shirt. OP. OP right here. Yeah. Super MNC. I don't know, I might just sell it. course, had to buy myself an Italia t-shirt. Italia is awesome. I love that show. Got Italy, America, Britain, England, however you want to say it, Germany, and Japan. All in one great big group photo. So awesome. I'm America, I'm a hero. This shirt might be too small for me though. It looks like the sleeves don't even reach my arms. Like, I'm not even going to try it on now, but it doesn't look like it'll fit me, but I'll keep it anyway. I love Italia. Legend of Zelda comic from PAX. A bunch of pages and pictures and stuff. A little tote bag to fit my bag in, I guess. Bagoo. Here's a bag I actually put into the tote bag. Dance Central 2 bag I got from playing Dance Central 2. And you can put stuff in there. I put a bunch of stuff in there already. Dance Central 2 sunglasses. I got this from playing Dance Central 2. Nice. Got the little logo right there. Okay, I still have the sticker on there. I haven't taken it off yet. Nice purple sunglasses type thing. What else did I get? I know I got something else. Oh yeah, I got this little light thing from Swoozy. I got this, well, I had this Nemesis outfit on. I walked up to him and he's like, "Hey, you want some free swag?" I'm like, "Sure." He just gives me this little light thing. It's really, really bright. It's almost like Lumos from real life from Harry Potter. Definitely gonna use this whenever I'm working late at night, so I can see what's going on. But yeah, basically that was the whole weekend. Oh yeah, of course. How can I talk about this without? How can I talk about the mask I got? Yeah, this is a brand new mask. I just got it from the Steampunk Corner. I actually was looking at this one last year. I was at Anime Boston, but you know, I figured, what if I went into my closet and like found this mask? And he's like, "Why do you buy this gear? Where the body mask came from? You can't have that in your room. That's not right." Well, you know what? This year I said, "Fuck that. Screw the rules of the house. I have money." So I bought it. Used my $60, bought the mask, and I have not regretted it so far. It is awesome. I love it. I love it very much. It's awesome. It's got these little things right here. Cool. It's like, it's going like this. Okay. Anyway, yeah. But I said before earlier that I'm gonna do something King of Fighters. I want to do King of Fighters related cosplay. But after doing cosplay chess, I feel like, you know what, Michael Jackson is fun. It's awesome and fun cosplay to do, but I feel like, you know, it's a lot of shoes to. It's a huge shoe size to fill. It's a lot of like what's the expression I'm gonna use? A lot to live up to, basically. A lot to live up to. And this weekend, I was so exhausted I couldn't really do anything. Like, I didn't even dance. I didn't do one dance. Like, I played Dance Central 2, and I played, like, Dance Central 1 and stuff, but I didn't actually, like, you know, dance, you know? I didn't actually participate in that, because even though I was wearing on a costume, I just didn't, because I was so exhausted. I was, you know, I had my mind worried about cosplay chess. My mind was still wrapped around the whole losing my 32 gigabytes of data thing. That kind of was like a little bit of like a boar worm in my mind. It was kind of like really screwed up my head and stuff, and I was exhausted. I just didn't really feel like dancing, so I feel like, you know, I'm still gonna do Michael Jackson cosplays, obviously, but I feel like I want to add something else to my repertoire. Like, I want to do something else as well. I don't know what to do as cosplay, but, you know, to reduce the risk of disappointing people who, you know, just want to see MJ dance, you know, just to reduce the chance of disappointing anybody else in the future, I think I'd rather just do more than just the 2 cosplays I do right now. So if anybody has any ideas for any future cosplays, then I guess just let me know, but I'll probably just end up, next convention I go to, I probably will have a different and new cosplay. But that's all I really need to talk about right now. I'm done talking. I just threw my money at the camera. I didn't spend a lot of money either. Like, I went there with like $400+ for spending cash. I don't know how I got that much money, but I guess I've been working a lot lately. Had a lot of money, and I didn't spend a lot either. Like, pretty much I just bought this Rurouni Kenshin manga. Oh yeah, I forgot about this. That's the one last piece of swag I got. Street Fighter EX3. Why did I buy this game? Because I had this game back in high school, and eventually I got tired of it and I sold it. But now you know what? For nostalgia value, I actually bought it again. And I regret it now because the game doesn't even work. When I get to Garuda, the game just freezes on me. Like, it shows Garuda, my character sitting there at the cutscene, and just kind of sitting like this, and it fucking freezes on me. So now at PAX, you laughed me out of the building Friday when I was Nemesis. You take my 32GB SD card of Anime Boston footage, and you sell me a crappy copy of Street Fighter EX3 that doesn't even work when you get to Garuda. Oh man, I can tell you right now. In this year's, in 2012 year of conning final video at the end of the year, PAX East is going to get last place. I can already tell you that right now, more than likely. But you know what? I'm done talking now. I'm done rambling on about convention stuff. Hopefully people that went enjoyed themselves, and hopefully people that didn't go enjoyed watching whatever videos they could find of PAX or Anime Boston. But I gotta go now. My mouth is getting dry. I gotta go buy some juice and cereal and all that good stuff right now. But while I'm gone, why don't you enjoy the hundreds and hundreds of pictures I took at Anime Boston and PAX East? Go on. It's gonna be here right. Okay, of course, I missed something during the recording. Here's my last piece of swag. The Dragon's Dogma Shield, which you saw in the video for PAX. I got that, found that randomly. I was like, okay, let's keep this. It's got no strap on it, but it doesn't matter because I'm going to hang it on my wall somewhere. Somebody watch my vlogs, you will see it. And I also want to apologize to Luna Gracie. She has a channel, and she also does a steampunk style channel with one of her friends named Luck Valor, and I saw her at Anime Boston, and she was talking about how she had a panel for a steampunk panel on Sunday. I went there, but I was so exhausted. Like I said in the video before, I was really exhausted, and I was literally just like falling asleep. Like, it wasn't because it was boring or anything. I was just like so tired, like throughout the day. And, not having enough sleep, not eating enough. I was like literally just falling asleep, and there are some points where I guess where they would ask people questions that were near me, and I guess they could see that I was like literally just sleeping during the panel. I apologize for that. The panel was pretty awesome. I learned a lot about steampunk from when I was awake. Anyway, I learned a lot about steampunk. And just, if you guys want to check out their steampunk channel, the link will be right here. It will appear randomly on screen. But anyway, that's all I got to say for now. And I got a bunch of Miis on my Mii Plaza now. I have like over 500 Street Pass tags and like over 400 actual Miis in my plaza right now, which is pretty cool. So I got a lot of Miis, and oh yeah, wow. How did I forget that? Okay. One more thing that happened. I actually met Nintendo Capri Sun Sunday evening in PAX. So now walking around near the Nintendo 3DS booth, and lo and behold, I see Nintendo Capri Sun just walking around with his red Mario hat on. I'm like, you're NCS. I know you. He's like, yeah, your hat's awesome. Can I get a picture of you? And I got a picture of him. And then he's like, hey, you want to take a picture together? I'm like, sure. So I got a picture with Nintendo Capri Sun. And I asked him about Xenon RT, who I follow. And he's like, yeah, I know him. So he does, Xenon RT, he does remember you, which is pretty awesome. And I actually got to meet him myself. Just as you got to meet him at that convention you went to. Started with an M. I can't remember what it's called now. MagFest, that's what it's called. Yeah, you met at MagFest. But anyway, that's all I have to say for now, people. I've used enough of your time. Now go enjoy those pictures, because there are a lot of them, and they're all in high quality because of my new camera. So anyway, people, good night.